because I am running late, so standard, but also I'm trying to sort the settings out for this stream. So bear with me 1 second. Wrong way. That's the one. I'm going to move this stand a little. I'm hoping it gives us better coverage of what we're trying to do in this second location. Oh, so much shit on here. Right. There we are. Right. Feed the gods. Right. There we are. Right. Hopefully, we are much better now. Let's see. Well, hello, and welcome. I'm just trying to sort this out. Thank you very much. I see there's 5 people in the chat now. Hello. I'm just loading up my my laptop so I can see who's here and who's chatting. Now, the first thing that the question I want to ask is this properly formatted? Is it in landscape? And can you see everything? Those are my 2 main questions. Let's have a look. I've been just before we get started, I just want to show you this because I'm excited. Some of you may know I'm a big fan of Epic, and Epic is coming soon. Hello, Ralph. Hello, thank you. And I printed this off the other day, which is just should be mostly cured now. Now, I didn't print perfectly, but I'll show you the side that printed better first. I think it's good enough. This is for my Imperial Guard. As I say, it's not printed perfectly, but check this out. I am super happy with this. So this is obviously like a ginormous train gun. Now, unfortunately, it didn't print properly at the back. You can see on this side here, there's a couple of fails there, which is a shame. But overall, I am super pleased with this. I'm looking forward to getting it painted up. I can probably do something with the back here to hide that. That's not too much of a problem. But oh yeah, I'm super excited to get this done. I've ordered the crew from Vanguard Miniatures. Just gonna have loads of like Death Corps of Krieg artillery crew around it and stuff. But no, it's super cool. Really happy with that. And it will be destroying General Dan's Titans in the not too distant future. So today is going to be the last. Hello, Vincenzo. Today is going to be the last live stream in this format for a while. Our clocks go back this weekend, and as someone pointed out in the chat last week, that's going to mean it's going to be darker when I finish work, not lighter. So I'm not probably going to be able to do much painting wise, but we might see. We might have a look. What I am going to do is next Friday, so that's Friday the 3rd of November, I will be doing an extra long stream, probably I'm thinking about 3 or 4 hours at the moment. And that is going to be my birthday live stream. So it's my birthday next week. And I thought, what better way than to hang out with you guys and we'll do a live stream. It's certainly much better than being at work. That is faux shizzle. So what we're going to do today is we are going to crack on with the Württemberg Foot Guards of Fuss. Now I'm hoping that we'll get a good bunch of these almost ready for gluing on the bases today. I'm going to go with these ones here. So we're going to concentrate on these 6. We'll try and get the white done. We'll try and get the black done. And then we'll see if we can get the faces done as well. But let's see how that goes. I might be a little bit ambitious. Now, last week, we used the Warlord Pure White. And I have to say, I was pretty impressed with it. My reviews of Warlord products have not always been particularly glowing. But in this case, I think they're very good. I was very happy with this one. It was even happier because I'm a Yorkshireman and we are notoriously tight, which means you don't like to spend money. And it was a freebie at the Warlord Open Day. So that's nice. Now, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Bit far. Zoom in a little bit more. I've got the camera much further up than I normally do. Why are you not letting me zoom more? There we are. I've got the camera a lot further up than I normally do, but I'm hoping that's going to allow me to paint a little easier and I can get in there. So the problem is when I zoom in, it loses quality. Now, to be fair, zooming in, zooming in on my figures, the more quality loss, the better, I think. But hopefully you can see what's going on here. Hello, Chesbury. Hello again. Hello, Ralph. I'm not sure if I said hello to you. I said thank you for letting me know that the visuals are okay, but hello. Mobile and hostile, good visuals. Thank you very much. Although they're my models, they're on here, so they're never going to be spectacular, are they? Let's be honest. I'm going to do the straps. I'm going to try and do the edges here. So while we're having our paint along sesh, how's everyone doing out there today? Now, I did a video on Sunday about the upcoming Napoleon film, starring Joaquin. What are people's thoughts on that? Are people excited? People apprehensive? People curious? Or what's the word on the street? How are people feeling about this new multi-million-dollar Napoleonic epic? For me, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I'm trying not to get my excitement levels too high. I think Joaquin is way too old, but he is also an absolutely incredible actor. So I'm hoping that the story is good enough that it just sweeps me up, and I can sort of forget the fact that he's like 3 times the age he's supposed to be. Manaris Aurelix, hello, welcome. Thank you for the sub. That's absolutely awesome. Thank you, buddy. I will have to add you to the roll of honor on this Sunday's video. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. I'm hoping to... I've not really pushed the subs. I'm going to push them a little bit more, because the one thing that I'm really hoping to do at the moment, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I find the adverts on YouTube, particularly the mid-rolls, are absolutely terrible. They really are really getting in the way of my enjoyment of YouTube. They're almost, I think it's trying to push you to get YouTube Premium. But the plan, hopefully, is that I can get rid of mid-rolls altogether. But that's going to rely on membership. So thank you so much, Manarius. Manarius Aurelio. Thank you very much, buddy. Hello, Olafson. Hello. Sorry for the late start today. To be honest, the reason why we had the late start today is I was thinking of doing something else. And in order to do it, I was going to start or restart converting up my Vistula Legion. The Perrys put out a preview of their Vistula Legion box today, or the Duchy of Warsaw box, and that really got me excited. So I was thinking of going back to them, but I've got absolutely no idea where my green stuff is, so I'm gonna have to buy some more tomorrow. It's it's not the end of the world, and it'll get used eventually. But I was looking to be sculpting some sunbursts today, but it's probably better that I stay on target. Lucas will slap my wrist if I don't anyway. And I'm just about to have a whole bunch of 1809 guys arrive on the printer, so it's probably for the best that I get my Württembergers done and out of the way. Mobile Hostile, Napoleon. I'm not expecting a documentary, but looking forward to seeing it. If it finds anyone up to find out more, then it's a winner. Yeah, absolutely. That's certainly my my takeaway from it. Is hopefully it's going to. I don't think it's going to get many people who've never been interested in wargaming ever suddenly interested in. I mean, I'm sure there'll be one or two, but I think the vast majority of the people who do other periods or feel that it's not really for them, and then hopefully the grandeur, the pomp, the excitement of it, people will see that it's actually a really good period to do. And who knows, it might even tempt some 40k players or fantasy players over to the light side. Certainly, it's going to be a good opportunity to get people excited, I think. Yeah. Ralph has to take it premium. It's worth it. Yeah, no, it is getting that way, Ralph. I think I am going to have to bite the bullet. It's quite expensive. I'm currently listening to 2 series. I'm listening to 3 series. 3 series really. I'm listening to, so I have Spotify at the moment, so I'm paying for that. I think if I got YouTube Premium, I would have to drop the Spotify. And I'm currently listening to a podcast by a group called Dragon's Greed Gaming. And they are doing a playthrough of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition. So the channel is called Dragon's Greed. It is on YouTube, I think, actually. And their campaign is called The Gallows Geists. That is absolutely awesome. I am loving that. It's become sort of, I don't need TV series anymore. I've got to The Gallows Geists. Oh, it's so good. But I listened to that. I'm also listening to it's called the Lovecraft Investigations. It's a Radio 4 series, so I could probably get that on the iPlayer. And it's sort of taking the new podcast format of things like Serial and was it My American Life, I think it's called. That sort of podcast, and it's doing the stories of H.P. Lovecraft. So the one I'm just finishing now, I've listened to most of them before. The first one is The Case of Charles Dexter Ward. And the second one is is it The Haunter in the Dark, I think is the second one. And the third one is Shadows over Innsmouth. And they've just released another one in time for Halloween. So I'm just going back to listening to them while I do that. So I'd recommend both of those. And I'm also about to start listening to the new series of 13 Days of Halloween, which is done by Blumhouse, who make a lot of very good horror movies. So that's very good as well. The last season wasn't great, despite having Clancy Brown in. But I'm hoping this one will be better. So that's what I'm listening to at the moment. Once I've finished with all three of those, then I'm going to get rid of Spotify, and YouTube Premium is going to be going. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Ralph. I've taken. We've already had that one. Chiebri. It's good that new historical epic movies come out. Hoping for. Yeah, absolutely. Well, they're bringing out Gladiator 2, aren't they? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. I have to say, I absolutely love Gladiator. Gladiator 2. Well, that said, on TV tonight, here in the UK, on BBC One, is Blade Runner 2049. Now, I've never really been that into Blade Runner, but Blade Runner 2049 is absolutely incredible. It's probably one of the best films I've ever seen. I absolutely adore that film. I think it's very, very good. Yeah, so that's on tonight. It's on late, though, so you might want to record it. But if you're in the UK, then Blade Runner 2049 would recommend. Hello, GW. I am just dropping in for a nosy as I'm on my commute home. Well, hello, welcome. Where are you commuting from? Is it London? If so, I hope that you get back okay. That your 1 hour journey doesn't take you 4 hours. I know the pain of commuting through London all too well. Ridley Scott has made one bad historical epic film, in my opinion. Most of his stuff ends up being absolute banger. What would you say his bad historical epic was? Because I can think of two. I was not a big fan of Kingdom of Heaven, as I mentioned the other day, and also didn't he do Gods and Kings as well? Which I must confess I haven't seen, but it certainly didn't get very good reviews. The Napoleon film will probably be fine. I just hope they take time to justice to at least one battle. Yeah, no, yes, I agree there. Hopefully the Battle of the Pyramids, but I don't think it will be. So presumably they'll linger on Waterloo, I would have thought. Ridley Scott is a British director. So, although Napoleon himself charging in the trailer put me right off. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah, I can see that. I'm hoping, though, that it's a bit like... so 300, the film, is... so I read the comic, and then they said they were making the film. So I was like, okay, I'll watch the film. And I was a bit like, okay. But then someone pointed out to me that the film is being... So the film is being told as a story by David Wenham's character to the other hoplites before the Battle of Plataea. So when he talks about, say, the immortals being demons from the darkest depths or whatever, That's his storytelling coming through there. And the image that we see on the screen of, those sort of like weird ninja dudes is their imagination conjuring that up. So I was like, you know what, actually, that's okay. So maybe Napoleon's telling Josephine how he charged at the head of his men, and he was responsible for the victory at Marengo or something like that. And that's a flashback of him telling her that, despite it not being the case. So maybe, who knows? It's only a trailer, so I'm trying not to read too much into it yet. But it could be something like that. That could explain why they've used that shot in the trailer, but it's not actually something that happens in the film. I loved Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut. Yes, I have heard it's very good. Oh yeah, Robin Hood. Yeah, I forgot about that one. With the medieval D-Day at the end. Oh God, yes. No, I had forgotten about that one. Thanks for bringing that one up. My mind had clearly suppressed that one. I have heard that the Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut is very, very good. I have heard that, and as I say, I bought it the other day on DVD. But I've not got around to it yet. I've got Leeds Wargaming show this Saturday, so I'll watch it after that one, because there's much less chance of me going out and buying a Crusader army if there's no shows to go to. Which reminds me, if anyone's off to Recon this Saturday, then say hi if you see me. It's not that big a venue. I'm normally only there for about an hour, and I scurry away to the cafe. But a good friend of mine lives in Leeds, and it's really the only time I get to see her. And I'll be hopefully meeting her newborn this time as well. So that'd be quite nice. Yeah, Robin did. Yeah, I forgot about Robin did. Missed the first part due to some dodgy Sheffield roadwork planning. Maybe missed the 20-mile-an-hour zone in Wales. Yeah, well, there's a place near Sheffield called Wales, for those who don't know, which is always a bit odd when people say they're from Wales. Oh, you've come like a long way to the dentists. No, it's only about half an hour. All right, okay. There's a 4D Max Cinema where I live. Plan to see a Napoleon movie there. Seat shake, water wind. Yeah, no, I'm tempted by 4D. A friend of mine, she absolutely loves 4D. So I'm telling you, I think I'm going to go and see it on the IMAX first. I think it's got to be seen with a spectacle. And I might take General Dad or something and treat him to a blast of desert wind to the face. Hopefully they don't have Elau on there and we just get covered in snow. So that would be a thing, wouldn't it? Well, I guess the Retreat from Moscow will be on there. For me, it was Napoleon shouting in English. I don't know why it bothered me so much. I mean, if he's not shouting in a New York accent, though, is it even Napoleon? That's the question I'm asking myself. Which, to be honest, he did. He was said to have had a very thick Corsican accent. He got teased a lot when he was at school. So, maybe having that strong New York accent was a deliberate choice from Rod Steiger. I don't know. Now, the strap here under his armpit there, I just noticed it's not really printed very well. So that's almost certainly a problem with my printer settings. So it's almost it's what I call an impressionistic shoulder strap, that one. So it's not actually modelled on. But by painting it over the dark blue, no one's going to know it's not actually there. It looks there. So that'll be good enough. Across the pond, Colin. Hello, Colin. I hope you are well as well, sir. I am absolutely dandy at the moment. Thank you. Although last week I was off sick. I was off work for 3 days with a horrible flu, but I'm seem to be getting over it now, so it's not too bad. Hello, Clive. Hello, Dan. Who else am I saying hello to? Napoleon Wargaming, watching Blade Runner. Austerlitz will be bad, I'm afraid. Yeah, I mean the whole thing with the fish ponds and all that stuff. It will, but I think we can. Um, I just yeah. I mean, I'm more than willing to look beyond that, but I think it's going to upset some people. I think one of the other things as well is it is going to show him doing something that's a little bit naughty, and there's a lot of people out there who really really revere Napoleon, which is something I don't really get, to be honest. The more I hear and read about him, the far more unpleasant he seems to be as a person. But there's these geniuses. They're a bit like that, aren't they? Often. So, just do the old cord at the back of his bearskin there, and down the top. Again, this is a little bit more impressionistic. I'm not necessarily doing the exact thing, but it's just getting an idea of it. And people are they're going to see where you've painted the cord. That's, as far as they're concerned, where the cord is. So don't worry too much. It's also going to help me give me a visual guide for when I'm painting the black later on as well. Kingdom of Heaven director's cut changed a lot of the film. There's more explanation of Balion's life in France and more look at the Holy Land politics between the orders. Okay, well, that sounds pretty good. So is there any more Eva Green? Because I'm all about Eva Green. Sorry, I was just going to get my coffee. Sorry if I'm bringing up bad memories. Although the lead singer from Great Big Sea was in Robin Hood. Okay, I don't know that one. 4D's in 3D as well. Right, okay. That would make sense. That could be quite cool, though, with the cannonballs flying towards you and stuff. I mean, well, cool if it's a CGI cannonball flying, so not real one, obviously. But yes, now Kingdom of Heaven is definitely on the to watch list. I'll almost certainly watch it before Napoleon comes out. And he's also said he's done a 4-hour cut of Napoleon, hasn't he? So that'll be on. Is it on Apple Plus? I think that one. I'll be sailing the 7 seas for that one. 4D is like being on a roller coaster for 2 hours. All right, okay. Yeah, so am I going to see it in a rather sedate IMAX screening first then? Yeah, see, if someone doesn't ride a horse into you and try and chop you up, I mean, are you even 4Ding it? Me and my brother went to a showing of It Part 2 towards Halloween. That was a bit cringy, to be honest. So people dressed up as Pennywise in the audience. Went on for a little bit long. If they'd done it for sort of 3 or 4 minutes, it would have been quite good. But yeah, no, it went on there a bit too long, that one. Do you think that Angie Jolie was pretty good in Alexander, actually? Well, I thought she was anyway. As I get often comments on my Muhammad Ali Pasha video, she was Albanian, was Alexander's mother. So it was a bit weird that they had all the Macedonians spoke in Irish accents. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a bit of an odd film, that one. Again, Oliver Stone, that one, wasn't it? I wonder. I've not seen any of his films in a long time. Has he made any since Alexander? I don't know. But certainly not his finest hour, no, that's for sure. Yeah, could happen in the States. Yeah. Yeah, no, you'll be on a watch list for that one, I'm sure. I don't get bothered by accents in films too much, don't you know? Yeah. Well, as you know, as someone with absolute perfect mastery of all European languages, I am the last person to be criticizing anyone else's pronunciation of things. But yeah, no, I mean, I guess if you are French or something, or if you're a understand the difference of the accents and things like that, I can see that it would be distracting. I mean, maybe not in this film because everyone, like the whole film, would be then in French. But I do like a war film where the Germans speak German, or the I don't know, I don't know. I'm trying to think of any other war films apart from World War II films. I can't think of any at the moment. But yeah, when the Germans speak German, I always think that's much better. Or the Zulu speaking Zulu. There you go. There's another one. I guess yeah, that's true. Yeah. If Sean Connery can be a Egyptian Spaniard whilst talking like Sean Connery, then why not? And Christopher Lambert can be the world's only French Highlander. Oh, I love that film. It's such a good film. There can be only one. Oh no, I love Highlander. No, I haven't seen the new Three Musketeers film. Actually, I did fancy it purely because he's got hair in it. But I think it got a 1.8 or something on IMDb. So I was like, oh god, I'm not sure I can stomach that. I did watch Penny Dreadful though, which she was absolutely superb in. That was a good series. That was. They made a second one of that, didn't they? Was it in New Orleans or something? I've not seen that one though. But no, I really liked Penny Dreadful. That was a good series. There we go. Just get his breeches done, probably. You go for a painting? Hello, hello. Don't get the German version of Stalingrad. The sound is better. Oh, okay. The dubbed English version is better. Right, okay. Well, fair enough. I think I do have it, or I did have it on DVD. I threw away a load of my DVDs recently because I don't actually have. I used to be able to play them on my laptop, but I can't anymore. I don't have a DVD drive. This is one of my favourite ones. This is the guy smoking his pipe. So I want to make sure I do a decent job on him. I'd love to see Spielberg jump into, but yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, well, his new series is out soon as well, isn't it? Is it Masters of the Air? I think they've decided to call it. Should be quite interesting. Hello. Planning on painting some black Brunswickers. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I know, I know. Before anyone says it, I know. I need to finish the history of the black Brunswickers. The problem is, I've done the relatively easy parts. Sorry, the relatively difficult parts now. The bits that are pre-Waterloo. But there's just so much Waterloo stuff that I need to get through. I finished the Irish, and I was like, right, the Brunswickers are going to be next. But I've not quite managed to get around to them yet. Those of you who have been watching the channel for a while, I did the advent calendar is all prepped and ready to go. It's a bit later than I did it last year. Last year I did it in like June, but yeah, so that's all ready to go. This year it is battles, so it's going to be a different battle every day, and the competition is just going to be you're going to need to tell me 16 or more of the battles that are depicted. I'll be doing the clues videos again for those of you who are maybe a little bit unsure. But the idea was that it's just showing people two things really. One, that there's a lot of Napoleonic art out there, particularly of battles and things like that. And secondly, that there are other battles out there than just Waterloo, or if you're Richie, Quatre Bras. So that's good. There we are. Da, 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 da. Spielberg teaming up with Sean Bean like he did with Tom Hanks. It would. I do like a good bit of Sean Bean. I mean, who doesn't? Quite frankly. Have I played General d'Armée rules? I have a long time ago. A long old time ago. What did I think? I thought they were okay, but we actually no, I haven't said that. I have played them, but we mixed them with Shaco 2. With Shaco 2 it was. So I've not played them pure. So I can't give you a verdict on them as they stand. Yes, I have also heard there's a second edition coming out soon as well, which I could be interested to look at. I want to look at the second edition of, is it Fire and Fortune or something? The Jervis Johnson set you can download from the Perrys for free. I'm quite intrigued by them. But to be honest, I've not really had a game since the last battle report we did. I've not played any of the. I played a naval game a couple last week, I think it was. We did the Battle of Macau. So a Napoleonic naval game there, but that's the only game I've played. I've been playing a lot of Lord of the Rings recently, so I've not really had that much chance to do the naps, and also because I've been working all the time, it's difficult to find the time to get everything together, really. We do have an all-dayer coming up, though, so hopefully I'll be able to con General Dan into to bring along some of his troops for that. Now, I'm not necessarily doing... See, I've done the lace there. It's not very good. I'm going to have to go back in with the dark blue on that one. So that's why I'm leaving the cuffs and the lace on the cuffs. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush and do those. Probably when I've got natural light. I'm probably going to wait for the day to do that. Oh yeah, no, Colin, mate. Seriously, I am researching it. I continue to research it. It's a lot to learn, Scandinavia month. It is a lot to learn. I'm enjoying it though. It is very interesting. I want to do more about the Winter War, but especially there was some like crazy guy who basically had an army of flagellants. He's awesome. I wanted to learn a lot more about him, but I think in the grand scheme of things, he's going to have to be a Napoleonic figure for later times, I think. Major Klanger, hi from Huddersfield. Hello. Painting 28mm Russians for Leipzig. Commissar miniatures and front rank heaven. You know what? I was looking at Commissar the other day. I'm not sure if they're still available to order, but they are really nice models. They really, really are good. I bought their Guard Horse Artillery and their Guard Cossacks, and as well as their characters as well. I bought the Tsar and someone else. So no, good choice. They're really, really nice models. And front rank are always excellent. So you're welcome to join for a Napoleon game anytime. We're probably Crossroads though. Yes, there. Can we have the Quintra bra or something like that? Just change it up a little bit. But no, thank you, Richie. That is much appreciated. I would love Valor and Fortitude. That's that one. General d'Armée is my go-to rule set. Second edition is indeed on the way. Yeah, excellent. No, it's good. I've only heard good things about General d'Armée. I have heard it's a little difficult to finish a game in a club night, but I'm not sure if that's just unfamiliarity with the rules, or if it's maybe people setting up their armies too far apart or something like that. I don't know. I would love a playable version of Schefter Battalion. Okay, I don't think I know that one. We just got a resin printer. Any recommendations for good STL files? Yes, Joshua. Yes, sir. It depends on what nation you want, obviously. It depends what scale you're doing. Piano miniatures are my absolute go to gold. There's also another chap whose name I can never remember, and it's really embarrassing every single time I forget his name. So bear with me 1 second. It's a chap called Rafał Polkowski, and he does Troops of the Napoleonic Wars. So either of those, highly, highly recommend. I think your best bet really is to get onto My Mini Factory and just type in Napoleonic figures or whatever, and just have a look at what floats your boat. Something that I'm a big fan of as well is there's a guy who is currently doing epic scale Napoleonics. So they match the Warlord 12mm ones, but I've got his Greatcoat Russians, which are obviously painting very, very quickly. So I've got those, and he does absolutely everything. He does Young Guard, he does Carabiniers, Imperial Guard, he does Italians, Baden, Bavarians. He does absolutely everything in epic scale. So I would highly recommend him. Yes, sorry, Rafał. Yeah, he was the other guy. Stuff I paint. Hello, just dipping my toes into Napoleonics. Thoughts on 40k Crusade style campaign army development, but with black powder? You know, I think that would be really cool, actually. I don't know a huge amount about modern 40k. I kind of dropped out in probably 7th edition. But from what I understand, you get sort of unit upgrades, or you get points to spend on units and things like that. Yeah, I think that's absolutely doable. I think you could either do it points that you spend. So, for example, you get 5 points for a win, so you can upgrade 5 units or something like that. Or you can keep a track of units and their what they do, their deeds, and do something off that. Now, I'm actually doing a video this weekend. This Sunday's topic is going to be on special units. Now, what I mean by that is, so you have, say, a special character. So, Warhammer is a really good example. Warhammer 40,000 is a good example. You've got, for argument's sake, right, I've got a Dark Angel army. So I've got Azrael, who's my chapter master. And I've got Asmodai, who's my chief chaplain, and things like that. So you've got your special characters. And it's similar in Black Powder. You've got Napoleon or Wellington or Blucher or whoever. So I think it'd be cool to have like special units, because you have special ships in Black Seas. So you could have, so one of the examples that I'm going for are the 8th Leger. Now, they were known as the Incomparables by Napoleon. Now, they were famously, they hated the Imperial Guard. So I've got a special rule for them, which means that if they can draw a line of sight to either an Imperial Guard unit or the Emperor himself, then they get the stubborn special rule. So that's an example of, and then if you've got the 8th Leger, then you get that rule. If you've not, well, you don't. But the key is not to make them too powerful, but just a bit fluffy. But no, absolutely would work. Yeah, I've got no issues with that. It could be very cool, actually. Looking for 28mm My Mini Factory. Yes, cool. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. My Mini Factory is good. Wargaming 3D is good. Or you can look on Thingiverse as well. That's also a very good website for files. I'm a big fan of Cults 3D. So cults as in, hoods and dance around a fire or whatever. But that tend to be more for 40k and things like that on there. But certainly check them out. Yeah, no, and welcome to the 3D future. I think it's you might get frustrated with your first few prints. Hopefully you won't, but you might do. But stick with it. It's definitely worth it in the long run, and I think you'll appreciate it. Has anyone seen that guy who is he's printing a load of Württemberg piano miniatures? I think he's doing 1-to-1 unit sizes. I think it is, and he's doing them in like 40mm or something like that. Absolute lunatic that he is, but it's looking pretty good. He's done all the Württemberg light infantry at the moment. So, Matty R says, also painting Russians, very nice, for Leipzig at the moment, but in 20mm. Dragoons from Zvezda and hat. Good stuff. Zvezda, I've talked about them before, absolutely gorgeous minis. Their Russian Hussars are really nice. And they're, is it Zvezda who do the Guard Cossacks? I think it is. They're quite nice as well. Evening, Steve. Finally caught one live. Now to build some Bavarians. Yeah, no, good choice. You go for a bit of German states action going on. That's what we like to see. Now, what I'm going to go into with now is I'm going to do the black. I said, didn't I? Now, the real question is, did I bring it with me? That's a dark blue, so I might need that. Did. Excellent. Well, I've not got as much done as I was hoping to today. We've got a very busy chat, which is absolutely awesome. That's really good. So thank you, guys. Thank you for chatting and taking part. I've just realised that because I've zoomed in, most of my stuff's not on the camera, is it? But hopefully most of the painting has been. Henry Turner, the epic scale. Yes, Lewis, it is indeed Henry Turner. His stuff is really, really nice and actually prints quite easily. However, you do need to support them yourself. They don't come pre-supported, which is a bit of a shame. But no, they're very good. Would recommend. I'm trying to think, have I got the bag of epic stuff with me? I don't think I do. Otherwise, I'd quickly show you. I must say, I am really liking the that scale of 12mm. If I didn't have all this 28mm stuff, I would definitely be looking at going large into that. I think it's small enough that you can play huge games, and it's big enough that you can still get the details on there. And that's what I really like about AB miniatures, is they're 18mm, but they've got some absolutely gorgeous detail on there. They're just, for me, they're just too expensive. That's the only downside for me. But obviously your mileage varies. If you can afford them, then they're not that expensive. So just painting around the top of his, again, this is a little bit impressionistic. The fur hasn't printed that well here around the monkey's arse. So I'm just doing it with the paint, really. Where are we? Let's have a look. Scrolling up. 50. Is he doing a 54mm? What an absolute lunatic! So it's going to be awesome when he's done it, though. I hope. Honestly, I hope he gets it finished, and I hope he donates it to a museum or something like that, because that's going to be really impressive. It must be costing him a fortune. Yeah, I think it must be. I presume he's got them hollowed out, but still, oof, yeah. Giving personality regiments or battalions mid sounds like something most areas can improve. Yeah, I mean, I think, well, that's the only problem as well as it's going to slow the game down, isn't it? But I think I certainly think allowing 1 or 2 units to be a little bit special. That's why something like the Pavlovsky Grenadiers are so good, because they've got the different hats on, they've got a different uniform, so they stand out quite nicely. And it's similar to, say, the Swiss or the Vistula Legion, the Irish Legion, something like that. For the British is something like the Chasseurs Britanniques. Now they've all got like their unique rules in the game. Well, the Chasseurs Britanniques do, but I think it's nice just to not all line units or light units or whatever were the same. There were some better than others. Grantis, I back the Württemberg STLs and I've only started printing recently. Don't have a 3D printer myself, but recently a local library set up a great makerspace. Oh, that's even better. Fantastic. Oh, that's really good news. They're very, very good. They're really, really nice models. You can't go wrong with them. You really can't. I've just backed another Kickstarter, which General Dan, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to or not. And he was like, yeah, you are. It's inevitable, which it is. I've just backed the second Sons of Yamato Kickstarter for World War II Japanese. So I backed the first one and the Marines. So I've now backed the second Japanese one. Apparently, it did a US Army in the Pacific as well, but I've not seen that one. Have I played Avalon Hill's Napoleon Battles? I did. More. How old am I now? I'm old. Probably 20. No, more than that. Probably 35. Hang on. How old am I? Yeah, probably about 30 years ago. I did. I didn't really know what was going on. I was playing at the club, and I was basically getting told what to do, which, I mean, it wasn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, but no, it was enjoyable. I do really like Avalon Hill stuff. I like Thunder at Casino is my favourite one of theirs. That's about the Battle of Monte Cassino, as the name would suggest. And I really like TAC Air. That was a really good one as well. That was an aircraft, like Cold War gone hot game. Oh yeah, and I love TAC Air. I wonder if I've still got that. Oh, I must have it somewhere. I wouldn't have thrown it away. Yeah, that was a great game. No, I do like Avalon Hill stuff. Oh, you got me thinking about TAC Air now. Oh yeah, that was such a good game. That one. Basically, the only way that NATO could win was to nuke Germany, though, which the Germans weren't too thrilled about. You lost something like 2 victory points for doing it, but because you were destroying like 3 shock armies that were coming through the Fulda Gap, it was definitely worth the two VPs that you lost. Mobile and Hostile. What dark blue am I using? I am using Leviathan Blue. That is Games Workshop's Contrast. I pretty much only use Contrast these days, if I'm honest, which is a very bad habit I need to get out of. But yeah, Leviathan Blue is the blue that I'm using for these uniforms. I think it works quite nicely. I use it for the French. I probably would put a thin black wash over it if I was doing it for Prussians. But by and large, I think it's pretty much good to go straight out of the bottle, particularly for things like French indigo, or I think I've even used it for Royal Navy blue as well, actually. Hit the thumbs up. Yes, thank you, Go For It Painting. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. We've got, how many viewers have we got? We got 21 watching, is it? 31 watching, and only 12 likes. So if you can hit the thumbs up, that would be awesome. But if not, then that's fine as well. I understand. Where are we? I did actually find a thing where Bavarians put medals of fallen soldiers on their flags. Adds a lot of person. Oh man, that's cool. I've just said see another Kickstarter that I've backed. I genuinely think I may have a problem. Is Franco-Prussian War Bavarians. So I've got those set up for printing, but I've not got around to pressing print on them yet. But to be honest, I actually tore my FEP sheet, and I've managed to repair it with a little bit of sellotape at the moment. I don't know how long that's going to last, but I'm hoping I can get all the necessaries out of the way before replacing the FEP sheet. Because not only do you have to buy the FEP sheet, which is not that expensive, I think it's about 12 quid for 2, but replacing it's a massive pain in the arse. So I'm just trying to put that off as long as possible at the moment, really. There we go. That's his little booties done. I'm going to come back and do him after his legs have dried. Probably should have done the bear skin first. I'm going to do this guy's bear skin. I'm going to do his booties. I'm going to go back and do the guy who's smoking Le Pipe. And then I think we're going to knock it on the head for today. As I say, this is going to be the last live stream for at least a couple of weeks on a Wednesday. But next Friday, so that's Friday the 3rd of November, I'm going to be doing a birthday live stream. So we'll have some beverages. We'll have a chat and a chill. I might get some rather than painting in that one. I might just get some models that need like mold line cleaning and sticking together, and just have it as a bit more relaxed, a bit more chilled out than even this one is. Where are we? Let me scroll down. I did. Okay, he sells the Blender files so you can mod them. I'm working on War of 1812 Yanks. Oh, cool. Is that Henry Turner? I'll be honest with you. I do not know much about blending or editing or anything like that. I am very much a buy file, put file on plate, press print, and take off plate. That is about as much technical expertise as I have or indeed want when it comes to 3D printing. When it gets to that stage, I think that's when it's really going to take off. Something that I would like to see them do, and I don't know if this is even possible, but if they could sell, for argument's sake, you click on what your printer is. So I've got a Anycubic Photon X, I think. So you click on, for argument's sake, you're like, right, I want to buy, I don't know, Henry Turner's Young Guard. So you click on what you own, what printer you've got, and it just downloads the plate rather than the files for you to then put on the plate. And I get all that stuff, and that's fine as well. But I would like it where it's just one click and bang, you're good to go. You just press print on the printer, and that's it. Even these days, you wouldn't even necessarily even need to have a computer. You could just send it straight to the printer. That'd be really cool. But who knows? Maybe it'll happen one day, but maybe not. Richie Hall, message retracted. Oh dear, you weren't advocating for a non-100 days campaign game, were you? Henry Turner's design, so minimal support's required. Yeah, no, he's really good, Clive. Really, really would recommend. What I would recommend, though, is that you support the bases quite heavily, because I found that's a bit of a problem with them sticking to the FEP sheet and being pulled off the plate. So yeah, make sure you support the bases if you're going to do Henry Turner stuff. I'm not advising you against doing it. In fact, quite the opposite. His stuff's really, really nice. Just add, if you think you've got enough supports on the supporting the bases, just add a couple more, and just better safe than sorry, I think. I also find the bases are on a little thick as well, but I mean that's not necessarily the end of the world. You're doing Duchy of Berg. Oh, nice. That's cool. I also booked the first Sons of Yamato. Oh, nice. Yeah, well, that's fair enough. You've got the files for when you want them, haven't you? So you get them while they're cheap, and then you can get them later on. There's also, this is very naughty, so don't. You can take this or not. There's a website called Specialist Stls as well. That allows you to buy usually Patreon months of things. You can just buy the months that you want. Now it's very naughty because I think it's a Chinese site, but I will, it is out there, but use it at your own discretion would be my my suggestion there. Where are we? I've just got Paul Hicks's British Airborne. All right, okay, that's cool. I think I saw those, but I didn't go for them in the end. I mean, there's so much I can do. I was thinking British Airborne for taking to Adepticon, actually, for the Bolt Action tournament. But if I do, I'll probably just buy the Warlord game starter box, because you don't necessarily need vehicles and stuff for the Airborne. Let me zoom out. I can't zoom out. Why can I not zoom out? Because my camera is shit. Nope, I'll leave it there for now. In fact, I can zoom out hydraulically by lifting up the stand. So there we are. So we're cracking through them. Not quite as much progress there as I'd hoped, but that's because we had a very, very busy chat. And to be perfectly honest with you, that is much better than me having a silent chat and getting through these models. So I'd much rather hang out with you guys. That's the whole point of these live streams. Well, thank you very much, Panzerfaust. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it, buddy. Has anyone heard if Victrix is planning Bavarian cavalry? I have not heard anything about that. No. This is going to be my Kickstarter's not. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. I've not even gone onto the buildings yet. Across the pond, I bought a strategy and tactics magazine, including the 1808 invasion of Sweden. Okay. Also came with Napoleon in Egypt. Oh, okay. That's a diverse pairing there. Where are we? Lucas. He does sometimes join in. Yeah. Replacing the LED screen is worse if you have to do that. Oh, mate, yes, it is, Ralph. It absolutely. In fact, my previous printer that we bought, I replaced the LCD screen, and then about 2 weeks later, it just stopped working altogether, and it was just it was really annoying. But it did good service in the Emperor's name. I can't complain too much. So if I had to recommend a battalion level Napoleonic game, what would it be? So if you mean that you command several battalions, then I would recommend Black Powder. If you mean that you only have one battalion, it's a bit of a weird one, this one, Panzerfaust. You're going to have to get your Amazon account up. But it's a game called It's a book, called Napoleonic Wargaming for Fun. Now that is an absolute seminal book. I'm just looking now to see if I've got it to hand. No, I don't think I do. No, I don't. But yeah, it's called Napoleonic Wargaming for Fun. I always make the joke that Napoleonic Wargaming for profit clearly didn't sell very well. But that's got sets of rules for different scale, different levels of command. And they've got one where you are a battalion commander, and it's absolutely awesome. That's a really, really cool game. So I noticed earlier on, just looking around for the Napoleonic thing, people were flexing their copies of Charles Grant's Napoleon's Campaigns in Miniature. So, Bruce Quarry's Napoleon Campaign in Miniature. So here we are for everyone out there. This one is, I think it's, is this one the 3rd edition? I think. Let's have a look. £3.50. Bloody hell, you can't get rules for that anymore, can you? 2nd edition. So there you go. This one's also quite a good book. It's a bit of a seminal work, really. Although why he decided to have one model represents 33 men, giving you a French battalion of 27 models, I do not know. I guess it's 3 bases of 9, I suppose, isn't it? So I'll let him off there. Print the figures directly onto the base. That is, yeah, that's another thought of, Clive. That's a good idea. Yes. Dan Jan, what's the thing that makes you like the Napoleonic Wars over the periods? I think it's probably the diversity of uniforms, the personalities, the battles. I really like that it's the end of sort of early warfare, early formal warfare, and the start of modern warfare. The personalities, the glamour. Things like that I really like about it as well. There's a print called Cones of Calibration. Will help get those settings right. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Take a look at Prussian Dark Blue. You can hide with regular Prussian. Okay, well, that would make sense. No, it's been great to see you, Grantis. Thank you very much. Hello, friends of General Haig. I'm sorry, friends of General Haig. There's nothing personal, buddy. But I am going to call the end to the live stream there. I want to say thank you very much, guys, for watching. It's been a really, really good one today. It's been really a lot of chat in the comments. That's absolutely fantastic. Next Friday, as I say, I'm going to be going live about 4 o'clock, and that'll be GMT because we're putting the clocks back this weekend, I believe. So it's going to be about 4 o'clock GMT. I'm going to run it for probably 2-3 hours, maybe. We'll see what we can get done in that time. And the plan there is just to have a couple of drinks and just hang out with you guys and just kick back, have a bit of fun. But thank you so much for tonight, guys, and I shall see you guys next time.